Welcome back, viewers. Today we will be testing the Bollinger Force RSI indicator. But before we do, if you have not watched our first video and the videos after that, you need to go do that now. At the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. And as a team, we will all profit from it when we are done. You can find a link to the first video down below. You can also find a link to sign up for TradingView down below. If you use the link below, you will save a little bit of money. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Discord is a free group communication platform. On our Discord server, we are having great conversations about all things regarding trading. One of the biggest struggles on this channel is people who use other platforms like MT4 being able to follow along. Sometimes it can be hard to find the indicators we are using on other platforms. And so on our Discord server, I have created a channel for indicator creation. And on that channel, I pinned links to freelancers who can code indicators for MT or for TradingView. So if you don't want to create a TradingView account, you can hire a freelancer for a really small fee and have them code an indicator for the MT platform. Or if you are on TradingView and need an indicator created, something unique or an indicator for a system you have developed, you can also have them code PineScript. So use the link for either MT4 coding or use the link for PineScript. Lastly, I get a lot of people that are asking me for the entire list of all the winning indicators that we have tested to date. And whereas I am not a big proponent of gatekeeping information, I've put a lot of time and effort into creating the content on my YouTube channel. And so I don't think it is too much to ask for the viewers to go through and view the content that I've spent a lot of time creating. Now, if you are not interested in supporting our channel by going back and watching the content that I have created, then I have developed a solution for you. I've created a Patreon account. I will put a link to it down below in the description. If you sign up for Patreon and you sign up for the $9 a month account, I will send you the full list of tested and winning indicators to date. I will also send you an updated list of the indicators that we are testing at the end of each week. Now, of course, you have to stay subscribed to the $9 subscription, monthly subscription, to continue to receive the updated list of indicators. But that way it will provide me with the support that I need to continue to provide the free content that I am putting out for everybody to view. Now, if you just love the channel in general and want to support us, then there is also a lower, I think $3 Patreon subscription that you can sign up for that will also help support the channel and keep things going so that way I can continue to produce the content and the open information that we are creating here in this channel and in our Discord server. Again, if you have not signed up for our Discord, then you need to do that as well. It is a absolutely free platform where we have real-time ability to chat and have conversations about trading. And again, if you want to support the channel with Patreon, then you can find the link down below in the description. All right, as I said, today we will be testing the Bollinger Force RSI indicator. But before we do, I wanted to put the indicator scoreboard up for everyone to see. So, to date, we have tested 174 indicators. And out of those 174 indicators, 71 of them have been winners, which means that they have met or exceeded the 60% win-loss ratio threshold that we have set for them. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. But as we are working on building the best trading system possible, you could take any one of those 71 indicators and get out there and start potentially profitably trading the markets with them now. So go back and watch those videos, make a list of those indicators, and get out there and see what you can do with them. But stick with us here as we work on maximizing your trading profits. Okay, before we get into today's indicator, I just want to give another quick reminder. This is the last chance to enter yourself into winning our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Back whenever I first created this channel, the beginnings of this channel, we announced that we were going to do a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we would pick 2 random subscribers and give away $150 to one of them and $50 to the other one. Now, to meet that criteria, what you have to do is first subscribe to the channel, of course. We have met the 1,000 subscriber mark, and so at this point, it's just a matter of picking the 2 random subscribers to be the winners. Now, the problem is that YouTube gives me very little information about my subscribers. It does not give me a full list of all the people who have subscribed to me with their usernames and information. And so obviously it wouldn't be very fair for me to pick from a very narrowed list of people that YouTube allows me to see. So the second step to be entered into winning the giveaway is that you need to join our Discord server. Discord is absolutely free. It doesn't cost you anything. It's basically just a group communication platform, a real-time group communication platform where we discuss indicators and trading systems and all things trading. So it's a benefit to be a part of the Discord anyways. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick 2 random people from our Discord server. I'm going to pick them tomorrow officially. And I am going to announce the 2 random users from our Discord on the video that I post December 1st. So keep an eye out for that video to see if you are the lucky winner of the giveaway. Then at that point, we will make contact and I'll confirm that you've met the criteria and so on, and you will officially be the winner. So again, tomorrow is the last day that you have to, technically today, tomorrow, by the end of the day, and so most of tomorrow, you have to, like I said, join the Discord server and subscribe to the channel to be entered in to win the giveaway. All right, now that we have that out of the way, today's indicator is the Bollinger Force RSI. This will probably be one of the last videos we do on Bollinger Bands. We have officially made it through just about every single indicator that revolves around Bollinger Band. There might be a few outlining ones that use Bollinger Band as some kind of calculation, but for the most part, this is it. This is the kind of the last video in our mini series on Bollinger Bands. Now, what we did was we set out to, in the little mini series, to go through the vast majority of the Bollinger Band indicators that had been created by users on TradingView, the member created indicators. And because Bollinger Band is a very popular indicator, like quite a few of them that we will probably run into, there are many indicators that have been tweaked and built kind of around Bollinger Band, had other indicators added on to the Bollinger Band, and so on. And so, uh, like I said, I thought it useful to go ahead and crank through the most of the Bollinger Band indicators kind of as a small mini series on the Bollinger Bands. See what we could get out of them and see which ones work and which ones don't. And we found a couple decent ones, especially in the last video. Um, there comes a time every now and then whenever I test an indicator, and once I'm done testing it, I really feel like that it is something different about it. Now, it's, that doesn't mean that it is, you know, going to turn out to be something that really works out well. But I have, at this point, between this channel and my own personal time, I've tested enough indicators that, I can kind of spot ones that are uniquely different. And the last one that we tested was that way. It's the Bollinger Band wide and narrow. But what we did was we used it as a momentum indicator. We used it as basically a you know a confirmation, I guess you could say. I don't know if we'd really use it for a confirmation, but it's more like a volume slash momentum indicator to lend credibility to the bigger overall signals that we are getting. And again, there was something about it that I really feel like worked really well and worked pretty accurate. I mean, there were times, obviously, it needs some tweaking, it needs some modifications, it needs to be adapted to a good entry indicator and possibly an entry and confirmation indicator, and then applied as a filter to designate when we have momentum and when markets are ranging. And it may not work in all systems. Every system is a little bit unique, and there are multiple ways to approach trading and building systems. And so I don't want to say that there's going to be one end all best, you know, best of all of them system. I feel like there are probably going to be a few systems that we end up creating that will all be successful kind of in their own ways. And again, I feel like the Bollinger Band, wide and narrow, could play a really significant role in some of those systems. There's just something about it, like I said, that really seemed like it had something unique to it. So if you haven't watched those videos, that video, I actually did two of them. I did one where we tested it in kind of a funky way just to see if it would work, and then we did one where we tested it, the part two, using an EMA kind of as the initial confirmation. And that is the one that I recommend you go watch if you are interested in volume slash momentum confirmation type indicators. That one really, I think, can do some wonders. So this indicator here, basically what we have is we have a Bollinger Band that has been kind of meshed together with a few other indicators, RSI, and I believe the Elder Force, if I'm not mistaken. The creator of the indicator, once again, did not give us much information about it at all. Didn't really tell us how it should be traded. It seems pretty obvious what they expected from us. I mean, we have an oscillating line, we have a zero, and we have red and green as it bounces up and down, uh, above and below the zero. And so I'm going to assume that that is how we should be trading it. When it goes green, we go long. When it goes red, we go short. Now, as far as the calculations and the other indicators that it uses, like I said, the creator of the indicator wasn't very specific. There's a few hints towards what they did, and of course we could dig into the code, I'm sure, and kind of dissect it to see what exactly they used. But I didn't really get into all that. I don't think it really plays a huge role in the ability of testing the indicator. I mean, there are those people out there who just love to understand the functionality behind the indicators, the math behind it, the calculations, the other indicators that it may be using. But when it comes right down to it, you don't have to know that information to test the indicator. You just put it on screen. You trade it the best way that you can figure out. Sometimes it's blatantly obvious. Sometimes it isn't. And a lot of the times we have to make assumptions. And this is one of those instances where, we kind of have to make an assumption, take an educated guess. But like I said, the calculations itself and what indicators it actually uses, I don't really feel like is an absolute necessity to know or understand, right? We just need to know if it works. And that's what we're going to set out to do. So like I said, we are going to go long when it goes green. We're going to go short when it goes red. And that's pretty much it. Not a whole lot other than that. I think nah, we won't worry about price action too much. Let's go ahead and get on with the testing and see what we can get out of this indicator. So it dropped a short signal right here. Does not look like we made it to take profit. Nope, I take that back. We did. Actually moved a reasonable little amount in that one bar. Go ahead and continue forth. Then we get a long signal over here. Let's see, where was it? Right here on this one. And that one got us to take profit as well. Oops, I deleted it on accident. I think what I'm going to do is, let's measure out this side first. So I'm going to make this a losing trade, and here's why. So sometimes you will run into this. Sometimes you'll run into an instance where, if you look at this bar right here, so this would have been our signal bar. The close of this candle right here would have been the signal to then enter the trade. We would have entered on this bar right here. Well, if you look at this bar right here, you can see that it has this really long tail on it right here. This tail came down and hit our stop. Now, we don't know if now on reverse, on the upside, let me double check here. Yes, on the upside, it hit our take profit. On the downside, it hit our stop. Now, anytime you have an instance like this, you don't know unless you dig down into a lower time frame, which is super frustrating and hard to do when you're back testing. You don't know whether or not the tail on this candle took place first, or whether the top body of this candle took place first. I would venture to say that since the body of the candle is green, that what it did was it dropped down first, then it rebounded, and then ended up going up and closing to the upside. Now, I could be wrong, but we need to be honest with ourselves, and we need to give each indicator as we're testing it the best possible chance of having success. And if we are setting ourselves up for a situation where we're kind of in denial and we are giving it benefits where we shouldn't, then it's very likely that we are going to get ourselves into a situation where we are using an indicator that actually is not as good as the back testing seemed to kind of imply. So anytime there's a question of whether or not the stop was hit first or the take profit was hit first, we always take it as a stop, not a win. That's going to give us enough room, if we, if it's that close and we end up not using the indicator, then so be it. I'd rather be safe than sorry. And, kind of the goal of this anyways is to find the cream of the crop, the really best of the best indicators anyways. And so in that fashion, we're not looking for, specifically those indicators that get us just barely to the win rate. What we're looking for is those exceptional ones that not only get us to a, kind of extraordinary win rate, but they do it with quite a few trades. Here's another instance right here that would have stopped us out there. Keep on moving along here. Actually, I'm going to, seems like it keeps dropping us into these trades right at the pullback areas. So you'll also run into this from time to time where the timing of an indicator seems to always be dropping you into a trade right as a pullback is taking place. Sometimes significant pullbacks, sometimes rather small pullbacks, but it doesn't take much of a pullback to trigger our stops. And so it's just one of those weird things where the indicator lags just behind far enough that by the time it's telling us to enter a trade, it's doing it at a an area where quite a few people are already starting to take profit, causing a pullback. Let's see. That one did not work out for us. Go ahead and play it forward. Looks like this one. It's kind of an abnormal candle right here. And so if you see something like this, basically what has happened is this is a split from one week to another. So a Friday into a Sunday session or the beginning of the new week. And what has happened is this is gapped up and then come down. And so technically, let's see where we would have been. We would have entered on this one right here. Actually, that's our trigger. We would have entered on this one. And unfortunately, it would have gapped up above the stop and then come down and actually swung through our stop, giving us a loss in that instance. There's a good one there. Decent trade. Price action is pushed up pretty heavily. See a strong push and then starting to roll over. Starting to roll, kind of consolidate right here. That usually indicates that a reversal, maybe a small one, maybe a big one, is pretty close to taking place. Then you can see here that our indicator is also sloping down pretty heavily, getting close to closing back below this 0 line. And so there's a possibility that this might push its way down. Don't have a lot of other indicators or other indications that it will. Just looks from price action and from the one indicator that we're using that might be the case. Let's see what happens. It took a second. There we go. It's starting to push down now. So it wasn't a very strong push, but it was a push nonetheless. Actually, that was a winning trade there on that one. So that wasn't, yeah, there you go. There it eventually let go, pushing its way down pretty significantly, still going. That would have been a really decent trade right there. Alright, we're pushing back to the upside here. So same thing happened. You see this push to the downside, and you see that price action starting to roll over, roll under in this case. It's doing this roll action, not quite as much as it did over here, but it's rolling, and as it's rolling, the indicator here is closing in. It's really starting to retrace back to zero, and then it crossed the zero line right there. Let's see if it gets a push to the upside. Little bit of a push. Let's see, looks like it might have stopped us out though. So here, and yeah, it did. Unfortunately, stopped us out. Then it came down, bounced off almost that same exact area, threw a short signal on us for just a moment. Let's see. Right there, yep. That's doesn't look like it got us to take profit. Let's double check though. That is darn close. There to there. Ooh, that's close. I mean, talking a few pips, but it does appear as though it got us there. Now we get a long signal back over here on this side. That one actually worked out for us reasonably well. Price action really isn't doing much. What we look for in price action, again, is a strong push to one direction or another. When it just kind of waves along like this, it's really hard to get an idea of where price action is going to go. Short signal there, stopping us out. Looks like this one might do the same thing. Did. Long signal there, also stopping us out. Then back into a short. Let's see, so there. They're on that one. That one got us to take profit. Price action still not really making a move. There's a little bit of a move. So it's not a huge move by no means, but it's finally kind of broke out of this trend that it was dealing with, shoving itself down here. Just keep an eye on it. Still a little too early to know. So there we go. That's a little bit better. So it pushed down, really starting to roll here. You see that it's below these bottoms here, below these, this. So it made a push in a direction. It then started to roll itself. As it did, you can see our indicator is also giving us a narrowing in effect. It's starting to close back in on our zero line. And since price action has been in a downward movement for quite some time now, we can reasonably expect that it's going to want to relieve this pressure by going up sometime in the near future. It's looking pretty decent right now. Like we could get an upward movement, but it's definitely not 100%. Let's play it forward and see if it can squeeze up some more. Oh, so sometimes that does happen. You will get a fake out, starts to go up, then comes back, retraces back to that area. Has this really weird day right here with this massive bar, and that really just kind of throws a kink in all kinds of things. And this really just kind of solidifies the importance of having other indicators layered on top of each other that all are giving you a kind of the same conditional biased, whether it should be long or it should be short, giving you the same kind of conditional signal. You shouldn't just rely on price action and one indicator to base your trading signals off of. I mean, I guess it's possible that you could find one indicator that works well at doing this, but when you're in the initial testing phase like we are right now of this indicator, it's silly to assume that this indicator is going to have that ability. We're just right now testing its ability kind of for the first time, see what it can do. We can see that seems to really struggle when it gets into these ranging markets, it seems like. Close to the end of the year now. Let's keep playing it out. Price action keeps hinting towards a significant move to the upside, but it's really struggling to achieve it. That puts us at the end of the year right there. All right, let's add these up, see what we can get out of them. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So we have 20 trades altogether. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 winning trades. So unfortunately, that is not going to meet the 60% criteria. Unfortunately, like I said, this indicator just doesn't quite work. The timing just seems to be slightly off, and the choppiness really seems to dig into the wins quite a bit. And so, unfortunately, it's going to go on the no list.
If you have not already, like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell notification so that way you are notified anytime I post a new video. As part of the team, it's important that you are seeing the new videos as they come out so you know what it is that we are discussing and what indicators we are testing, have tested, and have not tested. Also, like usual, there is a link below in the description to the Discord server. You can join us on Discord so that way we can further discuss the indicators and have discussions as we move forward building our trading system. And lastly, like usual, there is a link below to TradingView. If you like what you see whenever I use TradingView and you are interested in signing up for TradingView, if you use the link below and sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money. So, all right, everybody, I will see you on the next video.